Entertainment show with your host Halifax Ansah Addo on OK 101.7 FM. You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Ansah Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Now we're in for one listen. Money no so ankaden. Intigate jaw with Roman father so I then. I will buy some pedal. One woman be so ankaden. What the bunny my head in the bed. What the prison so on then. Nakadesh menin palea, and you win me a you. Baby, baby, the duty. Nada when I'm ya so. Free so be ya.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Ansah Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Now, there is something about Kofi Kinata. I'm not so sure how to define that thing. The gentleman simply sings wisdom. Multi-talented lyricist. And then he's also very good in comedy. I mean, just this dawn, I was watching his Facebook page, and he's somewhere in Paris and was making a joke about how onto me in French and in Paris. Shout out to Kofi Kinata. And good morning to you wherever you are listening to us. So from or watching us, my name is Halifax Ansah Addo, your humble host for today's edition of the Best Entertainment Show. Welcome to my show. Welcome to your show. Welcome to our show. Mimobia kwa bakesie paeba energy media sumidi ndura Halifax Ansah Addo ne papa osro nyame pa mena medi energy me ho chiame. And I am Monday into Minye Zadi and someone named that. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Fridays na me a fairly used Zadi. Trese, I'm said I'm misusing me bebresa. You know, manageable, fairly used Zadi. We good to go. Obia Gloria is in charge of the production today, assisted by the able DJ Bosco. Mamifa Asida Kesie Pama DJ Toxic. Last week na minneha. What's name mami nyami insurance papa Toxic nyami insurance when them say we dey open pipe boni insurance chensika enti anka me envelope kakra bi but me buy na boss ko si debi o we dey bon pipe ma no eno ana ope enti say won san kan with dollar na e boss ko o si onu dey ope dollar but we dey ope sika say mindasi. So today is Monday, the 5th of August, the month of my birth. We August borns, we are Leo. And it's a holiday edition. Someone named that 4th August here, Founders Day. And we've still not solved this controversy about founders. No, you're spelling no saying. Where should we bring the apostrophe? Is it before the S or after the S? And I'm surprised because almost every other year, this controversy pops up. Founders Day. Is it founder? Apostrophe S Day or Founders Day, meaning there is more than one founder. Well, everyone say for a very long time still, we've not been able to solve this problem. For instance, I was checking and then I saw Daily Graphic, October 13, 1967 edition. 1967, though. And then the story in the paper was, is Nkrumah founder of Ghana? The controversy we are having today as to whether there is one founder or there are many founders existed way back, 1967. This controversy did not start today. Well, I'm not sure it's going to end today too. I have a very interesting guest today, and Emine Yayon Rababe Bonkomo. A very interesting woman, very, very unassuming woman. If there is anything I admire about this woman most, the other things I admire about her, but the most, I think it is natural. I think it is, and when it is not as if she's pretending. When it comes to communication too, wow, she's paid her dues. And that she's been elevated to where she is today. Yeah. Journalism, especially political journalism, we've known her from afar. She's my guest today. Ebi musi na oye lawyer. They be na oye law student. They be na oba call law school. They be na she's been called to the bar. Oh no, ye ni LLB. We're going to ask her all these things to be very sure. Ebi musi Abu Bakar no ni papa din. Musi debi ni kunudin. We're going to ask her all these questions today. Na be si hwe oye zongo girl, moshi zongo girl. Be si o debi onya moshi zongo girl. Or your estates, to say, Patasa girl. We would ask her all those things today. I once interviewed a lady in the studio who told me that she doesn't know how to cook, even rice. I'm not sure. Anyway, I would ask her all those things today. And then we now come to her work proper. Remember, Nadine, after I introduce my regular panel member, Socrates Safu, Pape, na Oyejuma was in the trim. Sisi idea or your Juma wa baimo or your community liaison officer ever beyond the return secretariat or mushe Ghana Tourism Authority as Ghana Tourism Authority so mushe ministry beyond the return or mushe Ghana Tourism Authority as GTA no so almost mushe Ministry of Tourism Arts and Culture as the name is Socrates Safo na or trusting sisi idea or rato krubiumu just to do his community liaison work. General, your nickname. Brap and you more aquava.
Major Sumini.
Pasha Boko, dear.
Bibia Yaboko. Yako Winiba.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. In fact, I drove down this morning just to do this and quickly go back.
Yeah, okay. Halifax, Mebo Abasonia, a course will win by coas parliamentarians be share. Okay, now, moving on. Halifax.
Yay.
Now can be about founder. Say we there quickly. Now.
Oh, I said preliminary. It's foreplay. It's allowed.
Please don't let him corrupt you. That's his Nisubano no pacho.
But Sefo, what are you going to? Are you now? I thought you were going to stimulate the show for the discussion to start proper.
Quickly,
I can censor.
I can censor.
Foreplay.
You see, near founders.
Ubisa
say ebe end there now. Halifax it will not end.
I agree with you.
It will not end because there are people who still don't want anybody to come and share in the glory that they have acquired. They won't because one, we are talking about Sajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana. Against an independent struggle. A G independence ma yen.
Fahundie ma. Say actually no can easy. Fahundie.
Mpachoyo.
Halifax.
Me bisa me ho say. Enti Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Abra ye form UGCC. What was the reason for the formation of UGCC?
Why it started from UGCC? Why don't you go to 1844?
There was an 1844. I been signing agreements. As what? What were they? Who were they? Why did they sign that agreement?
Well, we all know they wanted independence and blah 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 blah. Ntini Krakrani said.
Ntini Krakrani said, Obia or no yakofa ne bae. Yesi or no or be independent patch or buy no a juma no be any free now charge ye.
Oh, mean Jin this sort
Me
charge.
say omo kan kruma omo kan sa side no say or buy no. Na bi no mu ye juma. E no mo kofa ne bae. And no be charge omo fee.
Baby, one charge. Sasa ya menka.
Wanya de.
One charge omo.
No here dey.
Omo tua no ka.
Me pa what happened for Osumanche ni Kofi Boni to add £50 to the money?
Because na sika na enso no, e no kan say enso no.
Enti omo aka no ne ho ani tu omo ka.
Oh, say Safo, you see, let us also. Unso no they not more from free university nearby.
But one day no free.
If you follow and pay for kuku mo
if he's so a year about the independence, why didn't he come and sacrifice?
Oh,
but you negotiate.
No, he sacrificed, but we don't expect him to walk from Maxim to Pagas.
No.
Obefaka.
Me pacho. No, that fee is not his transport fee.
That's so bedi.
Halifax.
Safo. Yes.
This portion I'm making. I didn't say omo kan osaje fo gbegbe. Omo kan that portion.
Omo kan.
What is say?
Omo kan yanka me ye dem nimye. Who so we ye dem see.
There be utin from one other side.
It is in the history books.
But that history has not been. When I was in school, there's books I read about Ghana's independence.
That as Secretary General, he was paid.
By who?
By the party.
What was the party doing before they brought him? How do you now attribute the person who came to contribute as the doyen or the originator of Ghana's independence?
I see.
And the sole person who should be attributed with the independence of Ghana.
I see it this way. One says sometimes say a bobola. Enye asem nyabotre. Sometimes say be a bobol, right? Draw. Ya boa. And then some 30 seconds to final whistle. Somebody comes to score a winning goal. Yedi glory na man say she don't know G cap no mai.
There be young kind of sort no G cap no mai.
What do we see? When I share
winning goal no, but the team.
When I share winning goal.
Enti no ansa no bebe mu no. Na omo wo park ne so no. Aye kokwa asa me ahyen be 10 na. Nka obeba be share one na ya ka so ya winning.
Well, so you belong to the founders.
Yes, Halifax. It doesn't make any sense to attribute the whole glory to somebody who came to contribute at a fee. Now you are giving him. You are saying, "Say we should give him all the glory." And then a portion of it is twisted as if say they didn't want it and they were writing to the British that don't give us independence. And Master, we twist history to our benefit. When the time comes and enlightened people now come to challenge whatever narrative we have spin there for years. Now, those who are even calling for the right thing are being seen as, oh, Omon Penasem. Who told you it's Omon Penasem?
Name. As I said, I'll send you the story. Daily Graphic, October 13, 1967.
I even saw somebody our post to JB Dankwa say no, and they are saying says JB Dankwa said no to independence.
And the headline is Nkrumah, founder of Ghana.
Because when he took over, he silenced everybody.
The nation existed even before his ancestors were born. And then the story goes on and on. So I will send it to you, so calm down.
Maybe, yes, I didn't. You see, propaganda. Yeah, the propaganda spinning your mind.
Now say where you come with it.
There be up and down.
We gonna start with you on top. Champagne, papa, let's pop. Yeah, can soup and we don't stop. Yeah, we and baby don't stop.
So my guest today, she was born in Kumasi in the Ashanti region of Ghana. And she graduated from the University of Ghana with a bachelor's degree in psychology and English language and law for her second degree. Maybe Marco School first and second. In 2008, while she was schooling at the University of Ghana, she served as the vice president of Equafo Hall Junior Common Room and chairperson of the SRC Week Planning Committee. Hey, talking about SRC, yes, as they be as you disika, and when business on also number no mudisika na. the University of Education when the SRC almost you want see a friend was saying bus stop kitwe be almost say 50,000. I was like, hey, anyway. And then in January 2017, my guest was appointed as a deputy communications director at the office of the President Jubilee House in Accra, here, Ghana. Before that, her political appointment, you know, she had worked at several places, especially around the Eastern region, baby. She has worked as a house manager. She has worked as a clerk. As a clerk for the SRM Engineering Limited and house manager for the Lansdowne Resorts. My guest, once upon a time, also served as the then candidate Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's campaign aide in 2016. She has tasted anyway. It's good to taste defeat and taste victory. You know how it's. She was part of the legal team of President Akufo-Addo's during the 2020 presidential election petition.
Highly spiritual.
And today, she is the substantive minister for information. What I remember her most was during the PMV days. That was when campaign was campaign. And then, you see, so when she was announced, somebody said, Dabe no buy. I say, this country, you see that people don't read or they don't. So why are you laughing? So why are you laughing?
I'm not the only one laughing. No, you are not being fair. She started laughing. The mention of PMV.
My guest today, I introduce to you the Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, Minister for Information. Honorable Mwakwaba.
Halifax, I just said, Miss Rihanna, I just. PMV, I'm say, hey, I'm saying me in diapers because baby, I will be free, but let's just say, just say, you're correct,
and no air politics, no. It is true. It is true. It is true.
Oh.
You know, I'm a church boy. And sometimes the most important people who come to church and sit in the front, they do not know the usher that cleaned the chair. And that old lady who woke up at 5 a.m. to come and sweep the compound. That is how I see the PMV members in this government.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about that matter some other time.
Absolutely.
Some other time.
So where do my main also?
Me grab me rape.
Na mencha on the bra penny secret safu. And production team. Teach you also. What's your phone now on OK 101.7 FM so.
Obia.
That's a parents who are mama Kenya. On say your buffy ha politics no kwan e dey about.
Can you imagine?
Into more platforms say there we don't get the opportunity, but me that's say what on San.
In fact, I shall be the one thanking you. The type of job you do, you have some 6 agencies under you.
Yeah.
Now, obia atweo. Every other minister atweo. So it's only on a holiday that you can get a little time to be with their family. And also my waba. Inti ba menye boni bia so obia atweo. Inti so obia atweo na me so me ba betwin kakra. Say ana me twi nenye.
Eh no.
Inti to me twi wo kakra.
To aso twi no.
So let us start from the ministry. Let me start from the complaints first.
Mm-hmm.
Ministry of Information, you have some 6 agencies under you. I mean, Graphic Communications Group Limited, I believe the Ghanaian Times Corporation, I believe the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Information Services Department, the GNA, and is it Assembly Press, Ghana Printing Press? Ghana Publishers. Company Limited. When I was growing up, time I'm menyembano. So you see Information Service Department, not Yeneaji. In fact, that was the first people who made me see a projector. You know, no much you know, say na, omudi gisini, and omudi can be. These days, we don't see these things anymore. almost your monica say Jumano cost ye na just say Masheda Comwashe Conabia Omuntu Minyomo Omwejuma. Have you heard about this complaint? Say Omunika, someone in logistics. I mean, what's the video?
Halifax, mate bebre. Na yete nso so no ye njengu yekoto dwemu say yebu ye ne aguso. Yete nso yeto anamon. Me gidi say omo tie me on a lot of platforms so omani di akiri pa hu anamo ayeto for the ISD. Na mamema wa abakosem. Information Services Department make us a Ministry of Information ankasa no. Ebra na president kofo ebedi president no. Eno mu hye mu kenapa me gidi say apart from recent times, that time no, minim say GBC, OB vans are use so president ko 4 time no procure more.
Really?
In fact, the last set of cars, and answer vans are the Information Services Department, they were procured in the year 2007. Into 2007 today, not just for 17 years.
2007 means Honorable Damboche was minister of...
He is the last minister. I'll procure vans for Information Services Department.
Really?
And it's a fleet of cars now for 17 years. Unya foforo bianca hoa. Me jidi say cars na bebre. A bedroom rebi na kakra ye no moto to home parts they are fixing yaka. Be bedroom rebi na fe they are sakra. Enti ama baseline campaign and answer community education and sensitization e wo form. Na yenim sanso nti ye to ho anamon. A free last year minim say minua penny Honorable Kojo Pon Kroma. Na abrebi amone ne twetwe nkomo obode rule say 2024 yimu ye capex ye de bema Ministry of Information ye de ni nyina ekofa vans e de abre Information Services Department.
Wow.
In fact, we have budget no so ye capex item e wo mu nyina ne say ye procure vans e de ama Information Services Department. Enya vans pe ye assess the structure of the department. Ya retool de your friend is saying access to information division account because when him say implementation of Right to Information Act no ya je de ama Information Services Department into amuno mu recruit a training a deploy RTI officers into ya kasa IS ni ya shemu kina me can say since the passage of the RTI Act in 2019 and coming into force in 2020 you're recruiting NIPA 350.
350?
350.
Wow.
District assemblies, so-called ministries. Baby abehu RTI officer. And I say assistant information officer for Frobia or yeah attached to RTI. And within this period, and that is not the only recruitment that has happened under ISD. Only ATID 350.
Wow.
Yeah, we are pushing to get another 300. Say every public institution ebenya obi a wote akonya so say we yen centroni we Ghana ni open information a oba as of right RTI Act na say emfama except where it is exempt. Now coming back to the vans and sa track record yeah ye nima about Information Services Department in this year ye capex. In fact as at last year October ni eni so ade hunu ne say all the 261 districts unim say sal gwan for they say 261 na ye pese ye ntimi nto na ye friend no communication rig and information rig emma obia na unso unim say sikasem na ho den priorities no doso enti eventually na eba down to 40 mene wo kasai ya procure 40 ISD vans a ye be bagana in September. Na vans na e kan enye tete kokloma van ni bia se adaka bia yede megaphone no kosi so da bi wo information rigs ye LED vans it is set track a obi tu a ye covered a de kosesa ne niema no but both sides nyina screens
LED screens.
In fact ultimate dismantle nya stage a obegina so.
Wow.
Both sides ejina screen so me the video no ebe sende o.
Wow.
Enti bako 40 and I procure assign a contract IABB I try say ebe take delivery inspection first one across China another team will call on 10th of August so that ombetimi a shepe now within 30 days yaje in September Enti timelines a yeboto ho say yebetimi ama yensa aka na ye de abo aezi no e wo honom. A ye di so a megidi se September ye be ye commissioning anase official launch ye beto yensa afre mu nyina mama.
Wow.
Ade e debio ne say enya information services department nkwa na enya injection of energy resources within this period. Unim say Ghana News Agency. In your recent history, the last time before President Akufo-Addo Aban, the last time omo year recruitment na in the year 2012, omo recruiting nipa 5.
Yeah, I know they don't.
Na GN na ho de na eden akofom because Nkrofo retire kra na omo ntimi nye replacement. And so Aban yi buy omo recruit over 60. Enya no nko a. Honorable upon Nkrumah di GNA MD ne mpanyimfo anim em omo kopɛ facility ewo AFDB Africa Development Bank. Some no ka say omanya new pickups, they are doing renovation of GNA offices across the country. Say be omo nso adwuma na be hye mu kena. Enya no nko a. Now we can about Ghana Publishing Company Limited.
True.
The whole government, Enya Ministry of Information nko a, ye can one of the state-owned enterprises. I record this success story is a Ghana Publishing Company Limited. In fact, obi onim baby ana Ghana Publishing Company Limited no. So who baby Accra Poly wono.
Yes,
the
of
next
course.
Premises. Unim say me tamana me war law faculty in 2015. Na ye koni ekoto act or hwa. Udru ha obeka say community primary school. In fact, now we call more exhibition hall ni bookshop and
some dusty shelves.
Aye basa. And Ghana Publishing Company Limited has been in existence since 1965. Now in 1965 no more branch or Accra, Tema, Kumasi and Atakrade. Ni nyina beguye. Unim say Aban yi baye and then uko Ghana Publishing of today you will be impressed.
Sir?
Udru has a banking hall.
They say a modern hotel.
And then who run a bookshop bra. And I just say more akunya.
Sir?
State of the art, or more premium center, premium services.
Honorable dear, who came back show?
Mr. Koshe.
The last time I went there I was in school. I'm going to talk Constitution.
Aye.
It was dusty. Some
So
woodies.
say Udru ha beje onsem. Dusty ni baby. Then the whole premises. That's the free ho. Say okwa landscaping now be hu. Polished infrastructure. Polished offices.
And it was done in which year?
From 2017 to date, under David Boateng Asante, the current MD. Enya no nko 3 weeks ago, after Enfie Bebranka company a ye no in 1965, ne pension afe na awo ne first regional branch. Me ankasa me di omanim. Emi eko Kumasi, eko bie the first regional branch of Ghana Publishing Company Limited after so many years. Bampata.
Wow.
Asem hene ne chairman penyumfo bebre ebe boy echi dom ebie. And they took only 40% of the workforce from Accra and Oma recruited 60% of the workforce in Kumasi.
For local content.
For local content.
Wow.
And they are also doing well.
Wow.
Likewise, GBC. Unim say GBC.
Ekankwa.
Nakankwa, no more electricity
Ekankwa.
bills. Legacy.
They are no more called demonstration.
Mami good news. In fact, ECG buy no more legacy bills on electricity in 27 million Ghana cedis. It had to take the intervention of President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo to write off 17 million Ghana cedis, so that the remaining 10 million ombe juma no mu to yanka kra. Na end of service benefits of retirees na no mu to ebi. Na omo free oma core pension or GBC. They be a better press conference and your money unions. Me patron from April what your monka. Because all the end of service benefits, your issue will be a check. Just any way I be an abusian for will need a be letters of administration, any intervention be from the court to assess the funds. But obi biara na oye entitled to end of service benefits. No GBC or your former staff from April. Me call Mrashebe Joma yeko kan say you're ready and kwanya ebefa so ebetu yaka, including a lot of legacy debts ni ade nyina yetu ya dodo na mo GBC so ma ho keka akosro. I have to admit say we still have challenges in some of our agencies. Print agencies, New Times Corporation and our graphic communications group. And it's for obvious reasons. Halifax, so unim sense and trade jumano, send ye near sinim no assessor.
True.
So say print make us in the media space or more struggle pie print.
I agree.
Because as a generation, no assessor near my baby online.
And the morning show people they read all the news anyway. So why do I go and buy?
And to say no, there is a general struggle. Either from private form one that print park, any state owned no pay. But also so intimi mbu ani ngu so say yenjaina en collapse. Omuntimi into your salaries if they can meet some services. I won't intimi nka say yenjaima nse. And unto President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo any cabinet last year somewhere October. A decision was taken. Say SSA ma private capital eba into the operation of Graphic and Times. Now the option they were choosing is that we need to list it on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Menoka say the process is ongoing. One will say obi ohonoma wonte ase and obi abeka say hey yes say president beton man abusuani and say
but
the truth of the matter is that when you say New Times Corporation and can't it no more video or the printing. They say just one more print or baby. Sometimes the quality is not the same. Sometimes the equipment and our print equipment and that for more sika akese bebre, especially now you need a lot of injection of capital. Enti abri bia ye share from a predecessor so ye share management, ye share board, ye share union, ye ni omokasa say this is to come and help you. Ye listing even more union members no. More sika na more means to also acquire some stocks. It's for the benefit of the company. Bet me to ejuma foka ebenya liquidity umbeti me dia crime fidie e dia behihim. Enya sa mo betena honom ni aka say oh there be yentwen aban na afa de bibi anya agiregu obi afa obi jaya anaso obi retire yen replace obehu ana abe a defunct company. Enti ye ne ebetumi bia say be ya ye agencies ni nyina they will thrive. And a ministry na nkasa nso ye to anamon pan say we will enhance the engagements with your key media stakeholders.
Beautiful. If you just tuned in, my guest is the Honorable Minister for Information, Fatimatu Abubakar. Into your vans or no? Ultra modern vans.
September.
What dates?
September. 10 to 13th. It should be shipped between 13th and 15th August.
Into more fancy
16th. For 30 days.
Oh, I wish it arrives in Ghana on the 16th of September. That is because I hear that is your birthday. I see. So talking about your birthday, where were you born? Who gave birth to you? Where did you grow up?
Asem de we be sebi. Ye wo mi wo Kumasi, Moshi Zongo.
Zongo.
Moshi Zongo Kumasi.
It's a way a Zongo girl.
Me a Zongo girl. Me a bona fide Zongo girl.
And you're Zongo by association.
No. Born and bred.
Do you know that?
Born keke me ya ngwe hospital ya wo
Do you know that when I was growing up, say see obi a Zongo girl like demeaning. But see everybody wants to associate with Zongo. I don't know what has changed.
Bebre sesa. Di ntina meka sa. Me ye wo mi Moshi Zongo. Se me osikan. Me mama aye choba wo Moshi Zongo for over 40 years. O started ton aduane ansa na ye wo me. Ye wo mi wo fie enti ye wo me enti me ni hospital address wo.
Aden no mo wo fie. Na wo mama
o ka me mama wo fie. Satet na wo ka wa mpem for mbeje wa wo. Sa anya yi ane de wa ko hospital.
Oh, sister.
Enti esa kwa was a birthday no we was our parents or mo argue about your birthday. Me mama say o me 16 September, me papa say 25th September. O mo twe man so edru be me status kuna me say there be.
Mama fa 16.
Oba ne ni mo die wo. Afa bra me say ko hwe calendar moon afa there. Yes ya o me Wednesday. Afa 16th na say Tuesday 25th na say na baby. African child, you cry yenya. Say na nanoma pensions who be some mama ne birthday.
Guess what time
e kom bra na ne wo me.
Time Queen Elizabeth buy no. Bounce on to me. Oh, I see. Wait, let's take it easy. On which day were you born?
Me mama say on a Wednesday.
On which day that 16th September in the year you were born? Which day does it fall?
Say Tuesday. And you know the interesting thing about politics? Me say Debbie wote hwa na obi akofa o date of birth ababeji achinye ye kohwe ye ntisa. But people don't know the context and answer the conditions within which I woye.
So
nyame adom.
You anyway a minister. Omo ewu hospital. Omo ni mo date of birth. Anyway. So what was growing up like in a Zongo, Sam?
I had
30, 40 years ago. How was it like?
The most interesting childhood. So say looking back, no. So me back, I look at it say it was a difficult childhood. But me say time na me woman dey na me ni Japan, na me who difficult no. Because community na ye woman no. Boys ni nyina obi aye shoe shine. A man nso so obi akwa echima. Enti wo be ko school, opon anwumra, obe so kerosene. Me in my earliest memory I can the year 1999. Na me was 13. Na the whole of Kumasi ni any lights and I'm most part of Kumasi. Ti minimze mo shizongo be se 1 year crowd ni enso light da. Enti na kerosene dwa na aba pa. Enti opon school be 3 o'clock no afa gallon. No anante from Moshizongo to Tafo 4 miles. No akoto kerosene.
One kasanga. What's what kerosene wood? What pampa so?
Na they saw trouser na they bogalon. Mo kwad wo koto dwe bubo.
But when nin so beer or the kerosene akwachi mother. Inti me bo in those days usua kerosene na I mean, what do you say whilst you are going? Kerosene.
Baby o mempai se minim baby a meko. Minim me custom. Ye was station. One say o man kra no moton kerosene ni na. Anajo. Obe started to say 5. About 7 I trotro station bi o Moshizongo e for second station.
Second station.
E honum na kerosene phone ni na ye be sa line wo ho. Na obi ade sisi. Onti so obi beto anam di mirika akohia no. Enti na ne obeye strategy na say obeye obi a wo penchia. Enti na wo kana aka me ho. Obechia che obi a say obechia obeko obi afi akochia compound house bi aberum. Enti ubons over the period na aka ho. E na vacations na mene maami minim so ase a ewo Kumasi Bode Kumasi Central Markets Bode na me maami bi o her friend maami duku enti me koton ne meko no ama me say in Ghana sika 12 pesos
we ton the meko man
ebedru 12 pesos say na 1,002 to 12 pesos say
wow
and I say oni meko a no akoje nyado ama me na mako Bode na mako echima na me maame nso ye choba enti choba no nso ye boa ye maame ahomache medi na chi akọ race course no makoje abe ti be ye 4:30 ye asori ya first trotro batch na etim ye kojo mo koje abe enti me meba bedru be 7 na mabedware na me ko school enso that time no na me manage pa because me maame ye obi a wo ye adwuma ma na otua oka enti ye ton aduane o choba ho no ma de bi opon mo obi eska.
I mean, this style of growing up, and yeah, no na enemu say a child labor.
Sa no more can but the experience is invaluable. I am what I am because of that. It keeps you grounded. Ama ehumo bros nonko ewo mi mu manipa because me hu so obi to ankan the traffic ma amaye bida. Obi to okosua the traffic ma amaye bida. Mpacho what you say? Me koto obi ochoba ma ebida edwomu ma minim dynamics na ewomu wahu enti ema wo hu nipa mobo ema wo de ani die nso so manipa because any omusite no saa na wote ene na wo wi abo chi na obi nso so de ebebo enti bi a obehu nkwala ni bi ne nam kwan ho chi na wo be peja ada ne bibi a yente ase enti no ema wo ye grounded wo hu nipa mobo obre wo ho ase because nipa nuane nipa enti me no minimum a life beyond that. I am me can say nka me papa ne despite I say nka me bragging rights. Nka mani beje papa. Nanso so me papa ne Abubakar. Enti no I own my childhood and me mama nso so is a very confident woman na otete ye no. Eja ebia obeko school na escafo ma wo we say ya nso ya bragging rights and say mama odi ehu. Ewia welcome do be am me do obeko choba me abedidi. Nti me a popular student.
I see. Na popi edwuma ben.
Me papa no ye timber operator. Unfortunately last 2 years na me papa free mo.
May his soul rest in
peace. 1st April 2022. But na me papa ye timber operator. Osabe ye timber contractor. Nti ahensan baby a timber for no be any me papa nso no okokwan so Nigeria no mo besin dwa minim tete no mo de besin Nigeria where no an or say timber adwuma for his entire life until he retired.
So it was a pure Muslim Islamic home.
So there is another dynamic to it. I grew up in a blended family.
Okay.
In fact, my papa was born a Catholic.
Okay.
My grandparents died Catholics.
I see.
Na my papa also did best 11 years and na papa down for a Muslim.
Okay.
Na no papa na sempa. Ete se ne wate Obama obi se kotena ne nchen. Enti omo de me papa free ntotro so. Baby e wo na hafo ntotro so e ben Kenya ase.
Yeah, I know ntotro so.
And omo de no ekoma ne papa down for offense.
The Muslim man.
Enti no ho no man na onyini wo me nadam for ho e no convert be ye Muslim. E no ware me ma me wo offense so enyine susu ho. E no movie back Kumasi in the early 80s.
I see. So you had tolerance for both faiths.
Because my family dynamics are netie. Me papa side, me mama side. Me papa side, the Christians are the majority. Because me uncles, be a software or Assemblies of God, be a Catholics, be so swatity or sorry. And touch so my entire family or him secremonim. And now come micromoons who stream. Me cry na makosi mosque or ye fee in China was Gori, ye village, the first mosque. And I'm a quack say,
in Tiwoko Makaranta.
I make all Makaranta.
I see.
Ansah
Addo. That is interesting. How did you get into this whole political thing? Oh, yeah, then what politics more?
Yeah.
You see, you speak too much truth. Oh, yeah, then what?
I brought my dream and
free move.
Me de na me nim say me drew her. But me free mu because representation matters. Mama nche what's in something interesting that is happening in the media space. Me before I made frontline communication, na me who say even a lot of the Muslim girls, omo mpese omo beba politics no. And I feel omo ba they feel obliged says so tunu duku. As so conform to some lifestyle bia ye who no say a media friendly. But say no, me across political divides, NPP, NDC, ni omo maka. Me who say a lot of Muslim girls are coming out to join politics, advocacy, and it doesn't matter where you belong. The fight,
you can still wear your
the
hijab.
Say, when who representation, when who says she will be allowed to be herself. Na omeye juma no obeye. Na me ankasa de me a very shy person. Me a very very shy person.
Madam, I hear shy people are not shy in other matters, but I hear quite home.
And see, me sana me ferry ade. But say me see kan me busu emu nyina me na mani nya den. People are surprised say me mom no be politician because my older sisters some advocacy is strong. Me mama anko school so me kamature so no ye economy debate to her. So you know she's a very vocal, very outspoken. She's a natural community leader. Me who no coming up no na me ferry so me go school me participating in class. And academically so I've been always among the top students in my class from basic school. Maybe I mean the first, maybe second. Me tare throughout me school bia makobia.
So if I understand you right, your presence in politics is also to inspire
absolutely
the young ladies out there to make them know that look, be who you really want to be. You can enter politics and wear your hijab. You can enter and rise to the top.
Absolutely.
Who pulled you into this politics?
I think the most impactful idea happened to me that made me become a politician has to do with Mama Pat, the MP for Asokwa.
The current deputy
MP,
majority leader. I see.
Before I obe contest Asokwa constituency no. Yete Asawase constituency no the first NPP parliamentary candidates. Nami Okumaka, second year. And to imagine as a teenager, as a 17-year-old, na yenya parliamentary candidate or ban who fe no aye Kumasi mayor, your friend Rosalinda, were ye graceful, mami ye kama ne kasa ni bibia. enti me so na ebi ha me se me teacher ebi ha me se me nurse me nya sure but the first time me hu ma me no Nkumaka campus no me say this is it me nyina oba bi say na me pese me
wow
enti no obeche books and a picture boso oche badges e de bebo ye belt mu ne picture boso and me admire no kra no oni me da me ni mo bia wa NPP mu mo shizongo first na NPP ahode wo form but this generation no na assess NPP very strong in your community. In fact 2012 2016 were the first few times we were able to even win polling stations within the zongo enti no maame no ena mama ho keka ewo politics mu nti na ne party makono ti me call University of Ghana na me call join Tescom because that time no na Tescom women's commissioner no ye me next room na me kwafo annex akwafo main hall P5 na Tescom women's commissioner Harriet Opon say parliamentary candidate for Nkranza on deputy head of protocol for chief of staff for Jubilee House.
Oh, okay.
O emi senior o Legon. Na ni room ben me de. Na kane no so no na NDC ni campus so.
I see.
O ye NDC ni kra na o university a obeferi. Untimi kra mpo nko out. Because ye tama ye what Tescom president ko for ye wo school no NPP na ye intellectuals party. Enti no so na ho keka wo soro obeba be chiache wo rooms no abeje o card no akoye Tescom card amount. Ehwa na me de me ho shame.
Wow.
And I made a call election be our moboami, me call JCR or moboami. And I think so na mishan what I was known for was sports.
Sports?
Yes.
What type of what discipline?
Me started with netball, JHS. Me call SHS na me ball volley ne basketball.
Hey.
Me call university no na me ye hockey keeper. Na me nam say pivot for University of Ghana handball team. Enti me bo West Africa University Games me medal bronze in 2008 me call Nigeria ball bilateral games ma bo gusa anya gold ya winning gusa sa University of Ghana handball team is quite strong. Enti me pictures ni ade nyina gugu social media no so.
Were you slim?
Oh na me kete.
I see.
Me so na me so but me unsa SS come wom. Me ko didi ga shit ni me free SS buy no me so na mo frame me obolo after 3 years of senior high school na masa na
and obey ati adonko
me ko lego na de na Miss Ghana kra me ko bi ye ma for wan kasa me ko mo sense ogum ye.
That is interesting. In case you just tune in, I'm talking to the Honorable Minister for Information, the woman herself, Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar. We've spoken about the 6 agencies under her ministry. I mean, growing up in Moshi Zongo, childhood, family life, school days, and how exactly she entered into politics. Let me go back to her ministry a bit, and then I come back to her personality. Okay. And yes, I'm Ribifi. Mommy. What is wrong with the NPP as a party when you form a government? As far as information dissemination is concerned. It is as if anytime you come into government, then your communication wing gets infected with some incurable malady. See this beautiful thing you've spoken about. And I'm sure there Nikrakrane say, I dare say you do not take communication serious, information sharing serious. So, somewhere you juma crampo, I never bring home. What is it?
Okay, Edin kind of Halifax.
Mommy.
Yeah, communication space and our information space, and it is fast changing. And I be a lot more commercialized.
Of course.
Private organizations and our private interests in a dose. And our private interests in a dose, no, obetu ya adwuma fo aketia, obetu ya to, obetu ya bills. Enti no, sebi. And our opposition so media houses be bro mu mo bo kakra e na wo abamu na me wo documentary twama me free me ni sika na koke kansa eje na emfa. But me can ba say from your space now evolve so much from the early 90s. Only one TV station, a few newspapers, GBC radio, Asa, hwee nka ho say no according to NCA data as at December 2023 now over 720 radio licenses and authorization on my issue.
Possible.
Active radio stations in Ghana 550
and yeah, I know.
Active TV stations about 175. One him say digital migration no DTT no T1 no T2 no. Obehu platform ba na stations be say 40 negusu. They be me tune into me TV na enye DSTV na me use just a digital platform. Me hu TV stations names are me hu bi da enso so Ghana stations. So the space has broadened. And to imagine, Sunny were 5 TV stations, near all 20 radio stations. Now we are buying Ubecha Live, Ubecha Manasun Biaso, Ubebo adverts, Ebesun Biaso. Say Nantisa. And as I say, no, we are your algorithm, your audience share for every media house. Say even the most prominent media houses, audience share no, a bubu, nkitten. Ain't no here, or Bako phones and Zunyami any kata. Enti bi a wo minister wo deputy munipa mienu obeko studio we because every day I'm on set o deputy beko baby but reflect on the fact that there are other 548 radio stations that you are not sitting on and I'm
plus another 175 TV
stations that you are
at
not
the same
on
time
at the same time so senkasika wo ho a esese wo package sector by sector or documentaries. Now why a more of mass media communication or documentaries representation and in various local languages. Now based on the region, based on the audience, why distribution no man who near buying ya ekoso. But then is a kasem and the ministry is unable to afford all that. Because although communication is a priority among priorities. Ebi aka se emphasis kano dodo na ambo de wo bi nso beka se ena ehia suku adan community bi nkwalati duase ena obi hia yaresabia into the value as the people see information distribution as more abstract that does not require the chunk of funding and to who say value no in terms of commitment to funding from successive governments na aya na ewo form. In fact year about 2017 unim say na communication and information ministry no makabo.
Sure. Yeah.
Who the state of your ministry in any ISD building and now rebeho. And ne cry ya manaka do kakra ya paint kakra no cry no. There is still a lot of work to be done. And you know, I am saying crofom prioritize PR. Na ene PR enyafo yemfa no kwa. You need to invest because the space near quite diverse, broad. And I say we try advert, say omonso so no omonso so business now wo de beba na no omonso be nya bidie tu adwuma foka. Enti ye try na so ye sika sem wo fom ye ntimi nye ni nyina.
Well, it's for mommy what can no kre. I'm not sure say it's only about governments, even as private sector people. Obi be budget for a program. On them say obi use a flyer. But he doesn't have a budget for the graphic designer. You're about designing flyer. Or if you listen as a flyer, dear, you hear what I mean. And now, but anyway, and so those individuals in society, no more coming together from a buying, they still have that mentality. But it is wrong.
I agree with you.
As if you have a budget for everything except information dissemination.
Me call annual RTI reports. Ewo mrashe bedwem on 30th June. One of the ansema mekane say yeho adwuma na edoso. Enkrofo hu ne say akoye kasanko. So nya kasanko a. Say wo citizens o moye informed that eye.
Of course.
Enti no obeye nso so a kwache ade fe discaneto. Ese say yetimi eye the necessary investment a yebenya. Enti e manage P. So mampeni na na do danko akufado. The first time in 17 years. Wama ye procure 40 ISD vans.
Yeah, September. Maybe September 16th for no. Okay. So into fourth way, Mubechen is saying it means we still have time 2-1 outstanding if my calculation is right.
Into near say regions no based on population and demographics.
Okay.
Once a region be only 6 constituencies and our districts. Man about okra we mu use this number of weeks ebeko. Obi nso so obey say over 40. into distribution no opesa oye no proportional a ete say baby a population no do so no e ho no mana ese say no so
equity based
and
type
also
of
no distribution no so no e be more rural than urban because yenim say akra ha no alternative means of disseminating information yetimi package a documentary say betima use to some of more platforms are collaborate e dey actually Ghana for but obi no so or village bi a omo here personal touch in terms of baseline campaign.
And I guess it will be in their local dialects.
Or
there will be an interpreter who will be saying
in fact, Nancy, all the documentaries are yetcha and all the promo videos are yetcha at least 7 languages.
Wow.
Now the sign language in so aka ho. Yetcha drip air district road improvement program ya. O mampenyi epa ho ntoma na otwe etwa mu wo Black Star Square. Equipment na omode ma the various MMDs na omode CSC impotemu akwan ye no ye twa no in brofo na ye twa twi na ye twa gan na ye twa eve na ye twa dagbani Hausa Gonja and ye twa 7 languages.
Forgive my ignorance, but why Hausa? Is Hausa not a foreign language?
It is. But the dynamics in also so different. Hausa is the most widely spoken language in West Africa. And now here is Zongo communities now, settler communities now. Yes, here per minority representation. It be about 57 languages na ese ucha. So what I say. Then so ubenya about 20 tribes are in their community. Omunyina Hausa is a common language to them. And in here you because of community penetration and a representation of minorities. Because ebi a obeko nima mobi card of wo ese abusuan bebre chamba and then so ucha house omunyi na omote obeko tamale enti na etwa dagbani and etwa gonja because gonja is part of Guan omo kasa ne sesa kakra ba obi ka dagbani ameme ekosase ni so metibi obi ye mampritini a otibi because mole dagbani languages na sse I to say akana obi kan akuapem na ya asantini a wote obi ka fante na onso so ye akuapem ni a wote sa na.
Thanks for that clarification. Those of us up south, sometimes we don't get the dynamics. So what you are saying is that Hausa language, no, although it's a foreign language, it's a common denominator via most of our northern brothers and sisters. They and settler can relate to.
I am say Ghana for bebre kwa. Yenim who a citizen is by word of mouth, but we don't know who a citizen is by what is in the constitution. Obi ohon mo ye house ni so ye Ghana ni. Obi as Abrahamani so ye Ghana ni.
Possible. Sure.
Because citizenship can be acquired under our 1992 constitution. And even a bimon so are settled for generations or Lebanese Ghanaians.
It's true.
Your uncle almost settled even before independence and now the first Republican constitution. And in terms of tribes, as in your origins, no one can. But the language representation, you hear widely spoken languages are we almost free.
Beautiful. This woman makes my work easy. When you yourself, you're a media person, it's easy to be interviewed. The name is Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, the current Minister for Information. And so far, so good. Say, or see, budgetary issues in T and the changing paradigms of communication dissemination. We need to find ways of solving it. Maybe that is why, if indeed they work in the creative sector, maybe say, na creative sector, they say they will pursue the construction of ultra-modern, large-size theaters. Modernize this, modernize that. Have you fulfilled the promises you made to the creative sector?
Me pa trying edikain. Aya na enkrofobia ho mu ni mu empempenso nti a ye de the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture ye kambo.
Okay.
Mostly so who sector bia yakeka subsectors na boma e kire say we adwuma wo impact wo we so we nso so adwuma wo impact wo we so enti wo yi ba kuja ba ko a enye yi For instance, say we share the track record of this government in terms of Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Obeka sa ahoɔden dodoɔ na gyina tourism sector. But what people fail to recognize is say the supply side when it comes to tourism sector is the arts sector. Ghana, you need track record of tourists coming in just for businesses. Mostly it is for the entertainment and the culture. Even with a year of return, beyond the return, all the advocacy of for more mumbra back to Ghana, they are very successful. Arts and entertainment sector. Meka say it's been more successful than repatriation, it's been more successful business and so on and so forth. Now the track record no so say we share the inflow of tourists into Ghana. We check data from the Ghana Airport Company and the Ghana Immigration Services. Na enra many many tourism minister din komo towards this interview. So omo data omo publisher say na annual turnover no was averaging about 400,000 tourists. Now it's over 1.2 million.
Really?
Yes. Say December nkwa wonim say afibia from 15 December to 15 January since last 2 years yeah Ghana visa free.
Sure.
Gratis. Visa on arrival so that will be abetimi aba because they have identified the space. And on mobile so no the impact on the arts sector is unimaginable. Halifax me underground happy yourself person.
Sir?
Me kind say me kind say from my university days now University of Ghana 2006 to 2010 and beyond. Na entertainment show be our Ghana has say akwa mefa so anya ticket akọ bibia na meko. One hwa be all videos bi na me gina mu ketekete na obi a won kan say. Me kan say ye call Samini Mavado show. Ewo
Stadium.
Accra Sports Stadium.
Sure, I was there.
2010 2011 thereabouts. 2010 2011 most so. Likely 2011 but yeah. It's between me timelines na bibisa 2011 na Ghana for bebre kwa omuhu edom sa in such a space ye kodundum ye phones ye so ye dundum kane so phone lights ni ade na nkrofo ani agiye pa they anticipated say na dachi say entertainment shows wo Ghana ha say etimi ye because what they call National Theatre na intimi mfa nipa 2000 what they call Conference Center na intimi mfa nipa over 2000 ticketing crampo ahen na wobetimi ayeden aye ama wo de anya osika ena ebi onso so no sabi me na manage entertainment ho a me konne me ko ochina if it is limited to your demographic as a country a bedroom maybe wuntimi nye multiple shows within a period.
True.
What year of return and beyond the return has done for the arts and entertainment industry, no? And the influx of people. Every year, me call Afrochella, Afro Nation, me call Black Star Line Festival.
Hey.
Mako festivals in Ghana has say within baby anamijana ni pa 50 and 100. Me how many more months Ghana for? Minimum if you've observed.
I understand perfectly what you mean.
And you know, because of those advocacy in the campaign, no, ama yenya new influx of people who are interested in Ghanaian arts and entertainment. Ama obi even so anya Ghanaian na obebo show wa hase ya onim the prospect of it. Ebema opportunities bebre kwa within the sector. Sabi, oya artists nanka afibia wuni show bi abebo apart from VGM ya. Me pacho free year of return beyond the return basui. Artists bi oho December obo shows be say 5-6 and beyond. Kakraba ni kotoku. Enya abane de ahye nsem. But the environment that has been created, you know, aboa mo no so na adwuma be kosro. Mienu, wonim say creative arts proper. No mu nim ra Ghana hase. Afa ni aye Creative Arts Act. Say America say eno minister na mama so te say o ma CC LI aye legislative instrument o mode ba cabinet for consideration and approval. So asemranim ni say wo ye act na be ma wo mra no. Name airline no de bebubu mra no atete no the nitty gritties ebia atene say ye be charge for airline no de be ma fees and charges ne ye ni se ne mra hye bedwamfo betimi ayeden atete ho nkete na ma clarity on how a mobesi implementation no airline no echo through parliament na pass ya eno na be mo mahu say creative arts fund no krampo no ehin na be free aba efree consolidated fund mu ana say hin na ebetua ehin na ede to no beto how are we going to do this best ni na be free maba so emra ne hyehyɛ ne is a first step unim say na mra wo hono for film authority afei no ma establish appointing crofo ahye mu kina no so mo hwɛ say eno so ebedi mu enye no nko a what about theaters minim say Ghana has say na mete amphitheater near War University of Ghana behind Commonwealth Hall
Sutherlandian
if for Sutherland studio wo ho
okay I get it amphitheater that
amphitheater no that great hall
that never got completed
night call a great hall la offer Commonwealth Hall down here na no pen na minim aban yi baaye no meka said the first 4 years na emphasis no was more on the tourism sector
to boosting attendance or the
boost attendance, attract more audiences from other parts of the country. The second term, abanani swadi hunu according to blueprint na mimi hu from 2022 no was to get support from World Bank, any other places no muntimi nye den. NC 4 amphitheaters across the country. The locations were Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, and Takoradi. Since 2022, mienu no almost started Accra de and almost started Kumasi de. A bedroom maybe na funding a challenge. Me just say Accra de no crowd de cost
why should funding be a challenge? I thought you said it was some World Bank something facility.
And I make a banner.
Okay.
The program no almost share here no not there was a design. The design was to do like a square dome kind of structure. Okay. Of about $250,000. Dome the anche ben de busumi nsia kra no why den what me akukresi ho. The then deputy minister ni mpenyim for mo stakeholder engagements. After stakeholder engagement no chere say unim dome no anhwa even within the lifespan of President Akufo-Addo amamo na ebedru maybe na eden asay. Because ye who dome ne lifespan na okrom ha. Enti why don't we diversify and rather do permanent structures? Brick and mortar umbe bosso esi ho no 100 years kra na esi ho omo estimate ma Accra de no was the biggest. I think the budget was in excess of $1.4 million. Almost started. The funding was in phases for the substructure. So umbe concrete, ground concrete, and they did that. They started raising it. So me pictures you see on my phone, so you actually see the theater, you will see the seating area for the Accra de and Kumasi de no. But the thing is that so steel member fabrication no mobile boss no that hasn't happened. And I'm saying in yesikasem. Me did say you also know the economic crisis and phases that we've gone through. But that notwithstanding, let me tell you what we are able to finish this year.
Where so this year means at least before
2024, before
elections.
Before election.
Where is my pen? Let's go. When
him say abanani swadi hunu was to put up a 10,000 capacity convention center, multi-purpose center. Omuye seating with tables for 2,000. Omuye theater style indoor for 5,000. Omo the exhibition halls na kan ho ebetima for in excess of 10,000 people. Ewo trade fair sites. It is ongoing and they will finish this year. In fact, ocean roads, substructures, horizontal development, 10 streets, or my drainage, or my BBR. In fact, they've even done the grading and compressing. Honorable
Minister, you are in the month of August. We have 4 months to end the year.
And I may say, Halifax, and they show ni ria. Me pacho, my production team no, omunko trade fair site. They are done with the horizontal development. All the 10 streets, drainages, pipes. Unim se na mo na se mo microphone bi wo property wo hono ma no mutu o mo na ye
the fantasy dome we went to court
no,
and
affected timelines no because e hono mo ne chado area na e ba hono ensuo to ana hono mo nyina e part of the property.
There was a green belt behind it.
So they had to do some serious drainage work wo hono mo enye easy se ensuo to ensuo nyi wo hobio omu wie no na they had to do the streets. All the streets, they've done the subsoil development, they've done all the grading, or my failure with a bo, or my compress, or my drainage system, you know, my area. on my demarcation for the 10,000 square meter convention center. On my see all the pillars away. In fact, on my all the horizontal development to where we materials no mudi sino enya brick and mortar. On my fabrication no baby no more beshe starting this August year. And na woko honoma ubehu se convention center no the substructure nini all the pillars iron rods whatever bibi o ma hye o ma start ya hye mpo. I have a video here but because omomo nyanya omo documentary for omo ne man to abonten no I don't want to take the wind out of their sail. I get you. But their timelines end of October 2024.
So you are
but
saying
tentatively before the end of this year, meaning so
we should put you on record that Information Minister Honorable Fatima Sobaka is saying that
by the end of this year, the Trade Fair Convention Center will be done. On record. It's because the entire development no more in phase 1 no. And also for the record, I was a member of the Trade Fair Board from 2017 to 2021. Until my appointment as Deputy Minister, I was on the Trade Fair Board. I have been part of the processes because on him said Trade Fair side, I buy a quite free no. In 1967, now you almost a master plan but now compensation to any adinto him say na buy any title to the sites. Enunti na encroaches obia ko hono ma no akosi bibi because who betu na no de courts. Mbacho what you say.
I understand you perfectly.
Adia ama even project na delayed ababe drew 2024 no is because of litigation.
I understand you deeper than you think.
Kwa omo courts. Who betu na development na also one penny. Phase 1, they got investors. They were able to get lands commission to come and do the mapping, raise money to create a fund for compensation. Then so no to nipa na omuso muntu. My time kakra yenya baby. My time kakra. Emma project ni delay. Enti Dr. Agnes said do waya de pa. Neni anya dinya. Enka with all the investment available funding ni bibi ombeso omoye. Encrofort it so nti untimi develop it. And I'm happy say enne so oko trade fair site hono mo sesie ya me hwese metimi ayi bi e de akere o screen na you will see say adwuma na ekoso dendenden even enne minim about say holiday obeko obehun say equipment or how workers are on site and what that will do for the sector and it say you can about venue enne so we benya venue for indoor events ebetima fa nipa 5,000. Now with an even omaye no such a way so obetimi ahyehyɛ nkonwa for theater style obetimi clear the whole space or the obetimi the exhibition spaces na ka ho event for nipa bear 10,000. I say it's a good thing. It will help the sector. Obi bebo show competition ni ade. Ni nyina ebeboa.
The name is Honorable Fatima Obaka. Let me see if I understand what she's saying. And yes, I now will correct him for the sake of clarity. Apart I say, look, Halifax, let's get there. Dynamics rights. Supporting, in fact, in the first place, putting the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture together is a strategic decision because they work hand in hand, and when they are together, we can consolidate their efforts. And then the main point now is, you know what? Bringing an initiative that every year brings a sizable number of tourists into this country is a key way of supporting the sector. Because as far as the musician is concerned, or the event organizer is concerned, an audience is an audience. Of free Ghana, of free America, or no, they were turning tickets. Until men mind say, oh, or more bano, they just come and walk about and do nothing. And that's a boosty audience attendance. And yes, sir, yeah, your course shows fatigue, baby. Because if I've watched all the shows, look at Bob Yuma, but if you're having an excess of some 100,000 people in town or more, you know, they keep patronizing these shows, and then it keeps that whole place activated. More shows going on. And they sleep in our hotels too.
Of course.
And they've made the price of Airbnb go up. I don't know.
They use the Uber, they buy the food.
Go up.
And it has created a value chain. And not just that. And I am because I say a creative arts sector no esopan. it encompasses a lot, so many things.
And then
I am now being so about the film industry. Let me come specifically.
Let me come
to that. Abayani swadi huno back home ye true for the sector was to say ye see creative art school ewo kwada so na ye see school na obi a adomache de ananse enyame ho sra wo no so obi o ha wo talent bi na wo talent bebre kwa ye nji paper na nso se ye be ye school a wo talent no wo de bekwa akofa honom no ayeden waji paper senya hakra adachi ene nkrofo a na sa America nyina bale kro mu ko hu university ana meboa.
True. Classical dance.
Ye ni substructure no Ghana ha na obi ne grafting ene say oh otwaki soap concert party pen ene ekofa no ana say akwala we nani den na no ya ye nkofa no no mbetwa bi mpacho wate ase ana sister ne ho fe ne body udi ni gina TV so e fata nanso so ye kind Araba stamp mu ye kind a lot of people who went through the system
Santo Judas
no, na and creative value anase bibia anye den amwano and those challenges within the sector na precede President Akufo-Addo administration. It precedes the Fourth Republic. Ono no contribution is say why don't we have a school and a school no so nya small school o senka ya twetwepo abi senka yensi 12 unit classroom block bi ne yankase ye de sha ase afia bi a ukodru structure na ni suade hu na ho it's like a university v blocks no yi ba ko a schools o mutimi nya 12 ICT labs 12 science labs a o mo ye convention baby a arts and minim se bi amakoho no makohwa.
The Minister for Education, Rabo Yadechum, came here to explain this ones for us.
And the vision no is huge. Huge in an academy so done a bed also. Mejidi say if it gets the necessary support na say bia. The arts and entertainment sector na Halifax momo brema no moma me brema no sa. Because you bring some additional foundation and support the sector.
So you pese ye ntwana ye mba amba bebre. Ye pese ye so obre no etuntwa sisia. Etuntwa now, not within the shortest possible time.
Entina ye project minister na metie minister ni interview or say by the end of this year.
Sure.
And by the end of this year na next year enkwala koma mejidi say me ne o nyame de enkwache ya it will be within our lifetime.
But wouldn't it have been beautiful to do it before the end of this year so that hold on so that your government commissions inaugurates? What if by next year President Mama may be the one inaugurating and commissioning it?
Yeah, the name said the battle is the Lord's, and with God all things are possible. I don't have a doubt. Say President Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia will be sworn into office.
So he'll be the one commissioning it.
So I am hopeful, say it will happen, inshallah. But that being said, let me also give you
if you could round up so that my panel
one will say the movie industry in particular, it took a big hit. Maybe 38. May between two generations. The generation of TV and also the generation of Facebook and digital spaces. Until I have clarity on what has happened within the space. Second, in na TV no na ye na movie no mucha ye TV so ananya sa. Anasa obe premiere, ukohwe premiere ni wi asane aka nyina ebe hwe TV so. Imagine what happened to the industry when ye ni nkania for 4 years. Ehe na nkrofo hwe movies no. During the period of doom so that's one of the biggest blows that happened to the creative arts sector, especially for those in film and music.
Safo, is it true?
Because we don't have
I'm
access.
never asking the wrong person. What they are expecting to
we
see.
Don't have access even to entina make us say we sector bi ohonoma any positive development in any other space ebenya impact on the sector. Senkania ohonoma it helps the sector. And yenimu se nkania nkomodie even earlier this year unim say somewhere from January all the way to April and I say May na nkania sem wo Ghana a big problem amai and we were like we are solving it yeguso ayesi ano bibi anwie payensipi nanso minim say substantially obi a oti obi agitumu say nkania situation is better today than yesterday. But I'm saying say even to keep the lights on so that patrons will have access to devices and even patronize wadi and also so another issue. When him say I have seen a lot of movie for either Kumawood and Accra for. I will try to movie and not the aqua to YouTube. Because I SS and Kwalani no be a kita smartphone. And anya sa. Entino the value na ebi anka 5 CD na enka obide to tickets. Akotena sini demo mushizo ngwahwe no. Ye beti ni data. Ye bi beko YouTube ho. YouTube nso so be den. Ebetua royalties ni bia eden. Ama you upload the content no. Entino a value has also been created in digital spaces or more opportunity to take advantage of the platform. No? They will be able to earn something. Me issue a statement a few weeks ago about Facebook monetization. Cause a brand you know mudi nkita ho. Nkita ho eni omudi no. Obi na ate ne company won't mean training ye wonye. But continuous advocacy in support of the private sector and stakeholders no. Emo muhu say as a country has say na Ghana jina. And we are progressing. Oma monetizing Facebook. Almost by the end of the year, they are monetizing Instagram rules for Ghana. They are willing for us to organize training for our key stakeholders at our cost, not at Facebook's cost, because Oma exhausted omo training budget for this year. You know, Money New Media Association for your virtual meetings. We have clarity on the way forward. Tinia man kete or honoma ye to support the space. And you also hear a lot is happening within the sector. Now so obi honoma beka say emrana hyehyɛ mom na say monyam fa fund ne ma ye mienti sika ne bi nhye me nsɛm di a ɛne ne kyese nkoso. But what they forget nso no say COVID buy no. Wonim say COVID business support no. They try to also support people in the creative arts sector and even in media. Even tax cuts of 30% in the media was part. The Ministry of Information under my brother Honorable Ponkroma advocated strongly for that 30% cuts to support our stakeholders. Business support fund disbursement and so no they did that.
The name is
to complement
Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar. The okay, omo ko je se kan no ye name omo na nso ye bi so omo si omo nje hwe because omo amba be kan no if you listen to course. General, I'm not sure you have to take a bite on this.
No, but me were concerned kakra.
Number one.
I will come about information no. Halifax.
Yeah.
Me concern I have me the same information dissemination. Me say ministry no say mo akumi game kakra with even party communicators. Party is part of the government in a way. In Tinka periodic and now weekly information sharing na onipa ne ba no okita ade ni nyina wo ne phone so na mon training omo me obi ama me sa information ni bida and I'm speaking my truth ni ame mehu ni ame experience and no and I feel say our biggest challenge.
Safo, are you a party communicator?
No, I'm not a party communicator.
So what makes you feel the party communicators do not get that information?
If they get it or no on kanchere yen na nienti a the bia no e wo information na or de ma because in some of can bebre eniema bebre amatin so se okan o chire mu.
I suspect they get because I would see on almost all the platforms they seem to sing one chorus at a particular time. There is certainly a choir leader.
Honorable Kobe bia yes say then some are okay and you will not better than say can yanka nim and it's a fact, it's a chorus all over. Baby,
okay, so let me answer that question. Would see
are you
no, you asked me. You brought a suggestion and I told it is being done.
Okay.
Then they said then why this shortfall? It was under your question.
Yes.
It is because communication is not for anybody and everybody.
Okay.
It is a profession. It is an art that comes with its own sciences.
Yeah.
Into Saudima, an unprofessional communicator, he wouldn't know what to do with it.
Okay.
So perhaps what you mean is that they should involve professional communicators in their information dissemination.
Okay.
So that's an important professional or name send now Rafa. But so often as all your party ni or Kasama reading CM manner. All the wood the man on nim adipotea. You get I mean na omwa omunim adwuma no nso omu fili se kakra e de be mamono And see you mean free. Councillor.
Honorable
The man himself, Reverend Dr. Councillor Cyril Castleton George Lutrot.
Halifax.
Yay.
I don't know how we can get mistaken because the questions I have 36 questions.
How can you, even if I'm giving the whole 1 hour, how can you have 36 questions for somebody?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I mean, Honorable, thank you very much.
I will cancel 34 and leave 2.
Okay. And I think Honorable knows that Obaye on frame. So I'm in the tier pa me didn't say one day mission but let me ask Honorable your predecessor, Honorable Kujo Pon Kruba. There's one thing I always say about him, say, he was not done for. I mean in the issue of Joy FM. I did back one American. There's some few people among government that we are not government. When we call them, they don't really misbehave. They listen to us. Whether what we tell them they do or not, it's not the issue. I hope you'll be one of them that will not become trouble for you when we are calling you minors. Because there are times that what we want to tell you might not be directed. But ABB make I say honorable friend no matter how busy it is, no I send a text to I'll call you. We are no afro but or sisan na makra metima account authority no Charlie councillor back no ICNT frame we so it helps. What must say obi ti say samia oku on the need ne ba a call of kakra but CCM say a line. So what the first thing is that I hope you are accessible so we can come. It's not everybody that you can pick their calls, but some of us who are very inquisitive and we are one. Because Halifax, Socrates can say me, I think is a problem. And this is where we need to hit the people. Information dissemination.
Okay.
Look, trade fair, until today, this is the first time hearing there's any sensible development going on there.
You are not alone. I thought it was a football park.
So what is she saying? What is she saying?
Also, I'm a foundation lane.
She's showing me this now. No, she's showing me this. I'm saying that. What is the problem? And this is my problem. Oh, I remember when they started this national cathedral because I'm a man of God, and I thought I'm not a politician, and I'm not ready to join them because those who have joined them are complaining they are not giving them money.
So
and
you
I
thought?
Like money. So I tried my best to break their eyes when they brought the code for us to contribute. People. I got all my insults, go to Facebook and see, and I was still pushing the code. And I went to the secretariat and told them, people, create a simple portal. Collect the National Service boys. Let them use their smartphone. When the grader is digging, show it. When they are filling, show it. Even if it's unprofessional, show it. I went to the place. I talk and I kept on asking that the money should go, even to the extent that I collected people 100 if you remember, to go and donate. I'm saying this, that if not that you brought her here, we all know trade fair, they've sacked the people. The last time we had anything from trade fair was the fantasy dome man issue. And we discussed it passionately, angrily. But if you are telling us today that there's 10,000 capacity, when TGMA people, what they are doing, their new thing that they just did at SAM, they were giving us information and we're reporting. What is stopping the ministry, no matter how you people, you think you don't have money, to collect Nokofio boys, take them to the digging site, so that the creative people, we can know that you are doing something. But until you engage minister on holiday, nothing is said. I get what I'm saying.
I'm listening to you.
And the most painful part is that we have created a certain mind that Efo Sakura is with you people. So anything we ask him, then he tells you, inlay, in care, inlay. And he's telling you his truth. So who has the information? The things Honorable is saying here today, I see it like his book knowledge. I'm telling you. And it is a disservice to their unit. I'm telling you seriously. So if we are waiting for them to get new vans, so that those days, the van is passing and they are playing some particular tone. You know those vans that they were using, information vans? It put a lot of patriotic sense in our mind They said now they are bringing us LEDs. Thank you. But the time you are bringing it, September, you say on your birthday or her birthday.
I wish it's on her birthday, 16th.
Yes, actually, her birthday is correct. The mother too is right. And I was going to go to that place. Because your mother, the time your mother delivered you as me as a delivery man, people can say that 16th. But or 15th, I won't say or Wednesday. No. Tuesday, I watch time, Ben or whoa. So once we cross 12 o'clock, I watch it. Everyone just say you will Tuesday, but or Wednesday. Well, some come on your bed one time. And for Wednesday, ne jai dia kana. We are Wednesday boss. Na mama
Tuesday? What Tuesday one we see him. We won't go to that.
Debbie. A Wednesday, no mama. Uche no mama so a Wednesday born.
For him. Na ya sure the woman so and I don't die the one.
Debbie ni mama pushing or cross so to Wednesdays. Onji mama ni need no just that Tuesday and pen with Tuesday.
Lord was my pon.
Oliver Wapon, but in common back on so say. You will never be brave, especially with the creative space. And you more kasi yamai. Oh, yeah, 10,000 seating capacity. That's so fine, me boy. 5,000 or I will trade fair. They have a trade fair. Me start the orgasm conference or no baby that or call that ones. But how am I starting? The space was okay with a unique event. I don't know see one. 10,000. Why they be managing? And go baby I ever start here. No air condition. You need to light bill. Now more be 10,000 facility. ECGN is saying a lot of questions I have for her. My name say Abia. Which means so akochin bion na ye bisa nense because there's nobody who can answer the things you
said. There are, if you add the TV stations to the radio stations, then there should be some 700 media houses pulling this woman at the same time.
I agree. No, I agree, but you see that's okay. Let me give you my last one because I wanted to ask her what is their plan for election 2024. Election 2024 question I'm Ibisan Halifax. Every year they are sport ballot. NCA. Is it because we are illiterate in this country?
But does NCA fall under information?
That was my first question. No. What is the distance between NCA and NCCA and NCCE?
Civil National Commission on Civil Education.
What is the distance between the two of them? Because right now,
who name said 12 Abuapang?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Therefore,
Honorable, I don't know which one you would want to, but I just, but my list has just been released and I'm seeing your name there.
Okay.
And it says, this is from the New Patriotic Party headquarters, a release signed by General Secretary Justin Kodia Frimpong, dated August 5th, which is today, and it says New Patriotic Party launches 2024 manifesto. And I read, the New Patriotic Party is pleased to announce to the public that the launch of its 2024 manifesto, which is scheduled to take place on Sunday, August 18, at Tack Riding in the Western Region. In line with the above, the party has constituted the following 11-member committee to oversee the planning and execution of the events. Wow. Madam Oboshi Kofi, a communication person, a guru. Mr. Henry Boachi, Nana Boachi, that is the general national organizer. Mrs. Abena Santi, Honorable Kojo Upon Krum, Honorable Fati Abubakar. So I'm na Fatima Tu Abubakar, Dr. Antoinette Chibodakon, Madam Kate Jenfoa, Mr. Indede Sia, Mr. Dennis Miracle Sabuaji, who was tormenting Kwesi Pras the other time on Kokroko, Honorable Antonia Baye Fakabo, and Alhaji Haruna Muhammad. Anyway, you were any response to what the two of them said?
Well, then someone more can. I mostly agree with them. Me, if there are challenges with information dissemination, irrespective of the comments, I bear full responsibility to make sure we enhance it. So without a question. But first of all, we actually give information to communicators. And they know that. But maybe it should extend beyond them to some other stakeholders that I can do a broadcast list or
strategic panel discussions.
Yes. And I agree to that. It can be worked on. Secondly, what to say about the rules saying Adoma, you started regional town hall meetings, any exhibition. Ochina, nyame aduma ochina benada. Ube PM or natola. Natol car parking in na ya exhibition booth for every district assembly, municipal assembly, obia the pictures of set of projects so why 20, 50, 100 nini now on ground, and we are showing on all major platforms including your platforms. The regional minister ebe 30 minutes presentation on infrastructural development in the region. Na finance minister and so another 30 minutes on the economy near Q&A, and it will be covered nationwide. If we are crying, another region. And every other Tuesday starting from tomorrow, try say enhance a baseline engagement, by doing the district exhibitions like a policy fair. And me did say the roach na council be PM or honoma or share district to be information on modiegu honmobe.
Wow.
Now, finally, we have also looked at the demography of Ghana. Your population, 72%, according to a study at University of Ghana, are below 35 years. Ministry of Information, your social handles together, about 2 million. We also use social media platforms to distribute our documentaries and our content on all platforms. Anything as a say a documentary on a piazza, on drape, on we who say every single platform. You engage say be or monso so be boy or da ubonum. Enti adwuma no so yen kwa ye ntimi nye. Enti monso so mu hu bia. If you see something, say something. Oko testa no na who say 320 housing units for police for esi ho anu aka bi. Oko kwa benya who 504 housing units for police no aka bi. Oko Jamestown who fishing port anu aka bi.
Now host your interview na 12 pounds now. Madam, finally, are you a lawyer?
Yes, I am a lawyer.
Called to the Ghana bar?
Yes, in fact, not just that. I was called to the bar in 2020. I studied psychology, English language, and French. Then so my French in my Phoebe. I was speaking French kakra until 2012, meaning baby Janify.
Okay.
All of a sudden I can read and write, but I can't speak French. But I did say met my own baby. But okay. I studied English and psychology, and then I did my second degree in law, LLB. Went to Ghana School of Law for my professional law course, and I'm still doing LLM at University of London part-time online. So in international dispute resolution and international natural resources law.
Honorable, it is the pleasure of the producers of the show. It is our honor that you are here. We thank you. We feel really, really honored. I hope you would have time for us again anytime soon.
I hope this is a see you again, not a goodbye. I would love to come back when there is time.
We enjoyed having you. Is that what we're saying?
I don't want you time. You see your problem?
Why you give me time? The Honorable Minister for Information, the Honorable Fatima to Abubakar, a down-to-earth politician. Ebimu say no muma amayosem muyewiam. You get what I mean? You would want to associate with her. And then I wish her all the best in her political endeavors. Thanks so much for coming to the show on a holiday, Anka. By this time, you are preparing for your program tomorrow. Thanks so much too for tuning in, for your comments, your questions. Baby, Councillor Luttrell, Sukri Safo, thanks so much. 12 Abo Apaho, make up Peace 104.3 for the Midday News. Makramu.
NPP are buying if it's a corruption and propaganda near which idea.